Good morning. I'm going to be taking this bike on Ortega Highway and then be having breakfast in Newport Beach. I'm going with a friend of mine. He's got, I think, a 2015 Kawasaki Concours. We're going to compare fuel economy. Join us for the ride. So here we are at the Vaughn's gas station in Corona, and I'm going to be filling up. I'm meeting a friend of mine here. At the end of the video, we're going to fill up again at the same gas station and compare fuel economy. We're going to be taking Ortega Highway from here to San Juan, and then head up probably the coast highway, if not maybe the 5, to Newport Beach. And in Newport Beach, we're going to be having breakfast at a place called Charlie's Chili, and then basically heading back home from there. So stay tuned, and you'll get to see part of the ride, maybe how this thing handles. I'm having technical difficulties. Next time you see us, we'll be in Newport Beach, I think. Getting to Ortega Highway, the GoldWing felt completely at home. On the streets and on the highways. It was an amazing bike getting there. Once we got to Ortega Highway, it didn't really lose any of that part of it. It just wasn't quite as sporty as a motorcycle like Rick's sport touring bike, especially around some of the corners. But I guess that's to be expected with a Honda GoldWing. As you can see, he just completely leaves me in the dust around some of these corners, especially this next one. I'm completely out of the camera. But it stayed smooth, quiet, and comfortable the whole way getting into Orange County. It was a whole heck of a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed riding it. As you can see, the lean angle on the GoldWing's pretty decent, but that kind of sort of doesn't make up for the lightweight and power that Rick's motorcycle has, as you can see, leaving me in the dust again here. It was a lot of fun trying to keep up with him, though. The GoldWing gave it a pretty good effort. Hi! Meet Rick, a friend of mine who's a lot of fun to hang out with. We've gone to Vancouver, Canada, and had a lot of fun on that trip. Anyways, it was kind of cool to hang out today and compare motorcycles. Now back to the video. We made it to Newport Beach. The GoldWing, the lack of storage. It's true. There's a bit of a lack of storage on the GoldWing. I've gotten my helmet to fit in that orientation before, but sometimes it just doesn't for some reason or another. We eventually got my helmet to fit. Just barely. And I got here, in this side bag, some of my junk from work. I got my camera bag over here, and I haven't even taken off my motorcycle jacket yet. So this is where Charlie's Chili's at. Looks like they got a little bit of a street market of some sort. Charlie's Chili, 1967.
How old were you?
Negative. So one of the things that I really like here is the chili cheeseburger. Okay, so Rick's saying that his bike is still full.
Yeah, my fuel gauge still shows full.
My bike's at about half empty. I think I got one little bar above it. I think we're what, 65? Almost.
Something like that,
about
65.
Somewhere there, 65 to 70 miles coming in here.
To Calico Ghost Town. That's like 110 miles. I think I was down one blip.
I think I'm gonna lose on the fuel economy side.
Yeah, I
of this.
think so.
So yours is faster, yours is better fuel economy,
Cheaper.
sportier,
More cargo room.
more cargo room.
I can get about 3/4 of a shopping cart of groceries in it.
I have a tough time squeezing my jacket in the side case. It looks good, and it's pretty comfortable though. And it's got a stereo. His doesn't have a stereo.
Oh wow.
Mine wins, hands down. Looks good. After a delicious morning breakfast feast, we walked the pier and checked it out. Then we got back on the bikes to make a pit stop along the way at the Golden West College swap meet with a different view. This time you get to see Rick's bike in action. In this next part, we have a little fun. Seeing who can get to the speed limit the quickest. These motorcycles brought out the kids. Okay, so we're at the Golden West College swap meet in Huntington Beach. We've traveled 77.4 miles. And I've got just hit that half a tank mark. What do you got, Rick?
Mine goes 79.3 miles.
79, and we reset at the same place. Where's your fuel gauge? Over there? And you're still almost at full?
Yeah, one blip below.
What's the last swap meet that you've been to?
Probably about 7-8 years ago.
Which one was it?
Riverside, Van Buren in the 91.
Oh, the drive-in?
Yeah.
What?
The door's sticking out that far. With that next to it, someone bumps it, that thing gone.
So Rick noticed something on the bikes as we were coming down Beach Boulevard. You take a look at how much higher my windshield is than his. It's not as noticeable with somebody on it, without anybody on it, but his windshield kind of goes up to his neck. From the swap meet, we headed back towards home, taking a completely different route. A slightly more heavily congested route. Again, for the most part, the GoldWing shined as far as wind protection and comfort. It wasn't until we hit a little more congestion that the lane splitting ability of the GoldWing was highlighted. I feel Honda made this bike pretty sporty for as large as it is, but those mirrors appear to be the same height as everyone else's,
and make the bike so much wider that it doesn't inspire much confidence between the cars. Overall, despite a few shortcomings, I still enjoyed the day, the food, the ride, the company, and of course, the bike.
Okay, here it is. We're gonna get our fuel economy. Let's see.
Do you want a car wash?
I'll buy you a car wash. See that rests on there? And like if you put the fuel cap over here, and you see it's resting on the filler flap. See, it's kind of an awkward thing. It's a pain in the butt. Ugh. So I gotta go in and get my receipt. 132.5 miles. Okay, I just rolled over to 20,000 or 2005.5 miles.
Figured out.
So 132.5 divided by how many gallons did I get? 3.370. 39.31 miles to the gallon.
42.13.
That's pretty close. That's
Yeah.
a lot closer than I thought it was
And we
going
were
to be.
going pretty good in some places. I don't know if you want to just snap a picture of that.
So 42.13 miles a gallon, 39.31. It's a lot close. It's a lot closer than I thought. I thought it was going to be like a 10 mile a gallon difference.
Yeah, I was. Well, you were describing things.
Well, there you have it. That's not too bad. So the GoldWing wasn't too bad.
Not too bad.
Not
So that's something that you could put in there. You know, it's like, hey, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
That's not a selling point, though. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Could you imagine a salesman doing that?
Oh, shit.
This bike's not as bad as you think it is.
You're getting better mileage than what you hoped for.
Yes, I was commuting back and forth to work. I've been seeing about 35.
So this is better than the BMW.
This is a little bit better than the BMW. BMW, I was seeing about 32 to 34. I'm good with that.
I would typically look like I've seen a high of 37 here.
Is that the BMW?
Yeah. And 34s for 36. So.
What's the 46 one?
Oh wow. Oh, that's right after it died. Basically, when I got run over, then it's alive. So I probably calculated some mileage in there or something. So. Yeah, I wouldn't put that 46.
You probably
one.
topped off the fuel tank or whatever and didn't reset it.
I think I drained the tank out and put it in this thing. And then so it screwed things up on it.
Cool, I'm okay with that. This kind of keeps you dry.
Yeah.
It's like
That's why yours is so quiet then, as you said.
Yeah.
But the BMW is down here, and it formed right that it's more quiet than this thing.
That's weird, huh?
Yeah.
Here, you sit on your bike. I want to see the windshield. That's it?
That's it. It's about here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's right. It's underneath your chin.
I would like it probably about here. I think that's where yours is, about mouth level.
And I think if it curved up a little bit more, rather than because this, I don't think it's gonna just come right into your head.
This, then it goes quiet.
So just a little bit higher would
Just a
probably.
little bit higher.
All right, Rick. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna head home and try and get some sleep.
Yep. You do that.
Thanks, Rick.